Love and light. Decided to stay indoors. The mosquitoes are just too horrendous out there. So, let's see. I've been receiving a lot of messages lately. We're going through some real interesting times. Looking forward to a lot of things feels a lot different than having to experience them. So, I think I'll do. How's this weekend going to play out? How's this weekend going to play out with what's going on? Alright, the first card is the Magician. So everything's coming together. All the materials have been laid out. It's just a matter of now the communication coming through. And with that communication, it's going to bring the end to a lot of things, a lot of careers. There appears to be cooperation with the Two of Cups. So there'll be crossing of the aisles. This weekend there's going to be a lot of secret calls, backdoor deals. Then Queen of Wands. There's going to be a strong-willed woman. She knows what's been going on. She's got the information. She's had people listening. She's ready. She's been preparing for this moment in time. And then we have the Ace of Swords, conquest, success. She's going to be bringing a lot of that information out. She's been waiting for them. Everything is laid out like it's supposed to. It's all coming together very slowly, but it's organized, and it will bring the end. There'll be those trying to save their careers and businesses, and they'll cross over the line. And it'll all end up being for everyone's good. That was good. Now something lighthearted. Hopefully lighthearted. How's Thanksgiving going to be this year? How's Thanksgiving? Gathering with friends or family? With all that's happening, is this year going to be a lot better than last year? Will people start communicating again? Okay. All right. Well, there's going to be some positive movement. I think some people are going to be not so negative as they were at the beginning. I think some people are starting to pause and think about things, especially stuff coming out. They're a little bit more ready to listen to what they've not been hearing before. And this is going to bring spiritual strength, not only for us to be able to be there to help them understand what all they've been lied to about, or to be quiet, learn to be quiet, and let them continue their path until they find that they're tired of that path and they get off of it. So it's going to be providing spiritual strength. So no matter how everyone stands or feels, this is still a strength, a spiritual strength for us all to have. So Thanksgiving is looking pretty good no matter what happens, because it's the uniting of all of us that brings about destiny. Hi, Brenda. How you doing? I have just been kind of taking it easy since I was sick. I don't know what that was going around, but whatever it was, COVID did not change my taste buds. But that stomach virus I had last week, I can't drink my lemonade anymore. My lemons taste like black pepper now. I'm very upset about that because I don't drink carbonated drinks or stuff like that. I like juices, and I love the different flavors of lemonade, so this is not a good one. And the smell of cooking meat still makes me nauseous. Yes, I'm going to be on Allie's channel tomorrow. If all goes well, if nothing happens. So try to stay very healthy. Whatever this stomach virus thing is going around, it's bad. Would you like me to read some cards on something? I just come on here without any plans so that if anyone wants anything, I can just do it. I know, throwing you under the bus there to come up with an idea. I'm just winging it myself. Just started thinking about Thanksgiving and everything. On one hand, it's wonderful. I'll hopefully have all my grandchildren together for the first time, and possibly the last time for many, many years. But then on the other hand, I won't go into it, but family Florida, red state. But it appears the cards are saying it's going to be a good thing, that no matter if they are ready to listen or not, it's still a good opportunity for us to learn patience and to allow others to walk their path. I'm going to ask one question. I think I'll go to this one. Oops. I missed that one. The question is, how are we going to go forward with saving our parks and the habitat of the animals here, especially when we don't have the cooperation of our governments? So how is it looking for this, let's say next year, to saving a lot of the animal habitats and forests? Let's see. There's more going on here. Oh, a heart monitor. Well, they're better nowadays than they used to be. I had to wear one back in 79, was it? Or no, not 79. 77. I think it was 77. Oh, it's good now. All they do is just tape it to you. When I had to have one, they had to get an abrasive scrubber and scrub the first 3 layers of skin off of you for each attachment. And then you had to carry this big lug of a thing on your back. It was awful back then. Oh, 4 weeks. Wow. Yeah, my friend is, she's going to be wearing one also. And that's what I meant. It's great to see y'all don't have to go through what we used to have to go through. Um, they're lightweight now. And yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I have glitches all the time. I blame a lot of it on the medication they forced me to take for years when I was on workman's comp, but old age, I'm sure, has got a hand in it too. I take it the what was how they used to have, how you used to have to wear your monitor. It was awful. It was for 2 weeks back then, but yeah, it was a painful experience. And the machine was heavy back then. So try being in high school. But oh man, things are so much easier in some things and bad in another. No, I just have a habit of just throwing my hair in a bun or back of my head. I do want to cut my hair off, but my husband would have a hissy fit. You know, when he first met me, my hair was a little bit past my thighs. But Nah, my hair's just in a bun. Just in a bun, being lazy. So did you come up with a goal? I have something. I didn't even read it. I should probably do that. Let's see. It's on nature, on our habitat land. And let's see. So, yeah, it's talking about traditional values, ambition, quick-witted, misfortune. It's kind of like the downfall of where we've come from. We had traditional values. We set enough land to decide for the animals. Then we had quick-witted, ambitious people stepping in, corporations. They were able to slice through all the traditional values. And this is where we're at now, the Ten of Swords. Misfortune, defeat, losing a lot of that animal habitat, a lot of the wonderful forests and parks. What we're stepping towards is more of a nurturing environment. So we will be leaving this. I think it's with the fall of a certain regime. Yeah, they're going to be, a lot of that is going to be brought back and saved. We can't repair everything, but as much as possible will be saved. With the artist and the dreamer, I see them recreating what was destroyed and then nature taking its place. And then we'll have a new start. Oh, yeah, the money situation. Yeah, that is true. It's scary. I mean, when you first learn to write checks and stuff, you're scared, but you get used to it. Then you learn about, then they come out with these credit cards, and that was pretty scary. And then you get used to it. What will we get used to now? Hi, Roxy. Rossi's here. Hey there. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so the money. What's our money situation going to be like for the next 5 years? Of course, then we also have to think that we'll be one of the greatest bankruptcies, so that's probably going to play a part. I'm so glad you caught a live also. I'm not outside today. I tried to do it outside with a real fire pit and all, but it's chilly and the mosquitoes are horrendous right now, and I just couldn't deal with them. I'm still kind of recovering, and even if I wasn't recovering, I still wouldn't want to be with mosquitoes. Okay, one more time. Our money situation for the next 5 years. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and the final one is 5. Ooh. Okay, so this is where we're at, heading, and this is what's going on. So at the beginning, we were the emperor. We were leaders. And we were trustworthy leaders. Now, the step between there and where we're at now, there was a lot of juggling going on behind the scenes of possibilities and priorities, not the people's priorities, corporations' priorities, and that's where we are now. That brought about a success for them, People are feeling confident. Our money feels like people think nothing can change. We're used to the way our values are, the way our pay system has worked throughout the world. America has not quite realized they're still living off of the respect and the validation that they've always had, career. So right now that's kind of like we're walking around like we're great, but there's really, the look in the horse's face says it all. We're delusioned. And that's going to bring about, we're heading towards the Five of Wands. There's going to be chaos, competition for how to control our money and what kind of money. Yeah, we're going to go through a lot of chaos during the transitions. And that's going to bring the Six of Swords. And yeah, we're going to go through a lot of difficulties from the chaos. Transforming, that's painful as it is. Yeah, we're on a journey. We're going to be on a journey. So nothing's really set, only because we're not looking towards really making things better. We're kind of thinking nothing can be worse than what it is and that we're doing great. But we're really in the midst of clash of ambitions. Too many people, too many sources from other countries wanting to take control of the money market and of our situation in particular. Control from the envy of others. So we're on a journey. It's going to be a journey, Brenda. They don't look like they're having much fun on that journey. But it's a journey. Yes, I think what I've gotten is people who aren't going to, with the type of society we have now, Rossi, people aren't going to just up and move. Not everybody can do that. People that can do that will do it. But majority of the people, they can get jobs overseas from their living room. And I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to start getting online jobs overseas where they can make money, and even if it means having it put in a bank overseas or whatever, they've got money, or having it transferred here. Yeah, there's still, with the internet, there's still opportunities. And the ones that can't go anywhere, that's their only choice. You either fight for a living wage here, or you go online and you find one from another country. Hi, Barbara. Barbara. I say Barbara. Barbara. Hi, Barbara. How are you doing? Yeah, a lot of the corporations here had ties to foreign corporations. And because there's never been a law placed about companies in America belonging to companies in America, or land in America not being allowed to be sold outside of America, we've gotten ourselves into a pickle. And most corporations now are international. So a lot of our businesses have been bought or being bought by investors from overseas. We've sold a lot of corporations and land even to other countries here. So we're going to be in a pickle for all that. Yeah, the pandemic proved it. In fact, it's what gave power to people knowing that they can make more money online. Any other questions? Yeah, there's a lot we have to start putting energy towards how we want our country to really work and look. You know, what kind of country we want to have. And this time we get to do it in a modern fashion so that, another couple of 100 years or so, they'll look back and go, what were they thinking? Would anyone like a card reading or me to read on something? Oh, you have to leave Florida. The only thing that keeps me here is one, it's tropical and I'm not a winter person, and two, it's all I know. It's where I've grown up, all my family, everyone's here. So let's see. Okay, get rid of some of that political stuff. Okay, all right. All right, let's see. Yes, yeah, water. I love living near water too. I can see that. And the best places for that, well, there's certain areas in Virginia and Tennessee and the Carolinas where it's not too expensive and you can live close to water. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hate when everything goes down, when the electric grid goes down in our area. And thankfully, we now have a generator, but it's awful. We have a well, so you definitely have no water then. Okay, Rossi. How do I want to phrase this? Are you going to move out of Florida? Or what kind of place would be good for you to move to? And you might also want to get your pendulum and sit down with the map and just first start thinking about the type of place you want to live. Like you said, near water. You know, just kind of start building the type of place, area. What do you want it to look like, feel like? And then hold your pendulum over the map and just ask and be patient. Yeah, we live in a time, Bora Bora, where there are no norms, and laws just don't seem to apply to anything anymore. Otherwise, there was a time where you'd get a notification if utilities wasn't working. They'd at least find you. There'd be a way. Okay. 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 I was told to pull 6, though I normally only pull 5. So you are at a crossroad, showing difficulties. You got the 2 of Swords, Rossi. That's where you've become from. Right now you're kind of there. So this is where we're coming from. The Nine of Wands. It's brought about a lot of conflict and a lot of exhaustion waiting for a better place. Now at this moment in time, you're at the Queen of Pentacles. You're a go-getter. You're responsible, creative, charitable. This is you. This is where you're at. Five of Swords. You feel like you've been defeated, like there's been some misrepresentation and a loss. But what you're not looking at, if you look at the Soldier, what you're not looking at, instead of the opportunities and things that you were really hoping for and going towards, you're still standing. You don't look defeated. They're the ones that are turning away, walking away. You're still standing. You're still strong. And the path you're stepping into, well, there's a connection. I won't go so far to say that it's a partnership of a romance or so, but there's some type of a partnership, and you're going to make a connection. There's going to be some type of a connection, like the Star Wars stickers. And it's going to bring about the Nine of Pentacles. Success, prosperity. You're going to get good news, and you're going to finally feel like you're where you need to be. So did that make sense, Rossi? Did that feel right for you? And remember, you have to look not how things just feel, but look at it as you would if it was a stranger's life you were looking at, and you were wanting to show them the more positive things. Then look at yourself as if you are the stranger, and what would you say to that stranger? You know, what positive things are they overlooking? Yeah, I sat down with my cards and figured, well, Star Wars energy is what we're living in, so if I have to cover them up, it's going to be Star Wars stickers. Where's that? Even my Lemurian cards, I found a couple that had to be covered. That surprised me, because I guess they're so beautiful, I just never really looked at them like that. I need to start drinking my coffee so I can be tired tonight. Maybe that connection, someone that you've made, someone living in one of those areas, once you sit down with a map and your pendulum and you meditate and ask and you go through do your ritual protection and everything, when you figure out where you want to live, then maybe you can reach out through the community, through the tribe, maybe through friends that you've known that have moved away, and get a connection going, someone who lives in that area, and go from there. Well, more than meditation, the way I've done it is I can't just sit still and just meditate. I have to have sound going. I have to have visual and hearing and all going. So I have something very soothing going on background. I usually have a candle so I can stare into the flame and ask my questions after I do my prayer, grounding myself and the light of protection and all. Um, and then I just start breathing. Count your breaths. And when you get so caught up in your breathing, counting your breathing, you just, you're at that state then. Yeah, traveling more. What I did, I went on YouTube, and they have channels that talk about vacations, and they'll show you. You can go to see different places, and I would watch some of those just to see what it's like, back roads in such and such state and stuff like that. And you never know, you might try doing that. You might see an area, if not the place, at least an idea of an area where you want to go to, until you can at least start traveling. That'll give you more of an idea of where you want to travel to get an idea. Well, I hope that helps you, Rossi. I'm just hoping that here in Florida, we get a lot of changes, that a lot of our top people in Florida go down with the regime, and we can start building up at least a purple state, someone who just wants to not overbuild and start protecting the wildlife habitat. You're welcome, Rossi. Would anyone else like me to do cards on something? Oh, well, that wasn't helpful. Drop my card. Oh, since 95? I've been here a long time, since 62. Oh, you getting tired, Brenda? I'm kind of envious. I'm exhausted all the time, but I just can't sleep well. That's why tonight I'm drinking 3 cups of coffee. I am going to get some sleep. So have a nice night, Brenda. Hope your sleep is nice and gentle. And thank you so much. I'd like to be able to have you on here. I need to get with you and do a show with you. I'd love to have you on my channel again. All right, nighty night, Brenda. Great. Well, congratulations, Rossi. See, I said you were creative. One of the cards had you creative. You're creative. Success will come through with you. Would anyone else like a card or cards? I'm not very good at doing one cards. Okay, Brenda. All right. What would you like? I've got the Heaven cards, the soul's journey, messages from guides, or just regular cards, oracles. Okay, well, Brenda, while you decide what cards you want me to do and everything, I'm going to answer Rossi real fast. What type of spiritual work? I don't know if I want to use that on there. Soul's journey. How about a soul's journey? To get you in a Rossi. Alright, and they want me to pull a couple from here, which I wasn't ready for. Alright, well, I'm going to do this. Alright, from the soul's journey, we have know your truth, practice moderation, and possess self-confidence. And that's telling me you know what your strength is. You're afraid of it, though. You don't. You're afraid that you're putting yourself in front of a mirror. But you know your truth. But you're walking that line. You're practicing moderation. You're just tapping your potential, but pulling back so that no one else notices because you're not sure of it. You have to step into self-confidence right now. Before you can go that path that you're meant to go on, first you have to recognize within yourself that that path is right for you and be confident that you are going on that path and that you are capable of it. And then from the message from the guides, you're getting self-esteem, which is back to this one. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. You know what this is. You're kind of afraid you're overreaching, but you're not. You know what it is. Again, messages from the guides. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You know that this path is right for you. You feel the pull. You've got to have the confidence. This is your time now to push yourself into having the confidence to step on there and to not, your guides are saying, work on your self-esteem and let go of the fear. Fear is just that moment of doubt before you step out into a wonderful experience. You're afraid it's not going to work out for you, but it is. They're telling you it is going to work out for you. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, we all feel that, though. Now, they're saying you have it, and you know you have it. It's your fear that's keeping you from going that way. So work on your self-esteem before you try working on your gift. Or maybe start working on your gift slowly while working on your self-esteem. And then you'll get your self-confidence and you'll go leaping and dancing and having a great time. But first you have to get yourself to acknowledge it. Okay, Brenda, did you decide what you wanted me to read on? If you're still with us, Brenda. And Rossi, don't forget, we all feel like imposters. If somebody doesn't feel like an imposter and they tell you they're always right and it's going to be this way, then they're going by ego. They are imposters. You don't feel like you feel like you're an imposter when you know that what you're doing feels right, but you're so afraid of what others will think. And that's what makes us imposter syndrome, is we're afraid of what other people will think about the information that we feel to give. We're caught up in labels, and I'm afraid of labels. So I know that's my problem. You still with us, Brenda? About messages from the guides, Brenda. Because you put sure, but you didn't put what kind. So I'll do a dealer's choice, and I felt message of the guides, so that's what I'll do then. Okay, do the guides have a message for Brenda? Oop. Oops. That's too many cards. I can't use that. All right. I pulled up 3 messages from the guides because I really prefer to do one's kind of 3s are better for me. So Brenda, I got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So treasure your friendships and growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And that kind of goes with the friendship. I mean, as we're growing, we're attracting the people on the path that we're on because they're growing that way too. Maybe not exactly in the same footsteps, but close enough on the path that we can learn from each other. And then pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I like that one. So those are the 3 messages that I got for you. I hope you like that, Brenda. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Hope to see you. I'll be on Allie's channel tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Well, 3 o'clock my time. I don't know how the time differences go everywhere else. Ah, okay, Rossi. Yeah, the cards, it showed you're very independent, but a librarian. Oh, a librarian can make many connections. Yeah, I don't know. That's how the card showed it. I think we lost Brenda. I think she went to sleep. Well, hopefully she'll get to see the very ending part and see her cards, because those were really nice cards. Thank you, Rossi. Thank all of y'all for showing up. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. All right. Well, I better let y'all go. It's almost 11 o'clock. And I don't think anyone else is asking for any more questions. So, night. All right. Hope to see you. Thank you, Rossi. Thank you, Bora Bora and Brenda.